it doesn't come through. It doesn't come through the land.
This just doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't it make any sense? It definitely makes sense.
Think about not a single thing we've said has been scientifically accurate.
I would argue the whole place is spicy tuna.
I had hundreds of rolls.
Like,
this is
everyone.
Don't worry about it.
Simply living.
Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Welcome. What's going on?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. We got excited again. Coming in at the end is what it is.
They don't have to know this.
Oh, they don't have to know?
Movie magic.
Oh, movie magic. Ready?
Have you known about maps?
Maps?
Question mark.
I don't even think that's where we started. But
I think it. The people in Flint, Michigan, don't have good drinking water? Question mark.
Flint, Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah, they had like a water crisis like 5 years ago that still is not fixed.
Is that something where so all the drinking water and bathing water, everything's attached? So can they have not even showered, or is it like Montezuma's Revenge? You know that?
No, they're just not supposed to drink it. Oh, well, I mean, they in some places they actually can drink it too. They're just on like a boil order.
And isn't
So you have to boil it first.
That's so much work. It's like we're in the modern world, but we're living like it's post-apocalyptic. It's like just fix something,
Well, yeah, that's kind of the whole thing.
That's the whole hoopla.
It's like everybody's like, oh well, it's kind of still happening.
Yeah. Why isn't this fixed yet?
For a while there, it was really bad. You could literally light it on fire. There was so much like gas.
Oh, like the water?
If you turned on your sink, you could light it on fire.
What is that? Methane?
Yeah, well, it's just...
What's coming out of there?
It's crumbling infrastructure of the Michigan water system.
Yeah, that probably has to be replaced. But also, that sounds like, dude, we know construction. Around here, fixing a sewage line takes 3 years and a half. I can't imagine fixing a whole water pipeline not taking 10 years.
Yeah, true. No. It takes a long time. You just need someone to care about it.
Yeah, you need someone to care first. Yeah, that's true.
Once it's gone past the news cycle, everybody forgets about it. But the people are still not drinking tap water. So
I don't think I've ever been. Well, I know I've never been to Mexico, unless I was about to say I don't think I've ever been to Mexico. Like I was coerced or trapped or kidnapped to going there. But have you ever been to Mexico?
No.
So, like we were talking about, like water, like Montezuma's Revenge. Is that's real, right? Mm-hmm. That's a real thing.
Well, yeah.
It's
I mean, obviously, it has nothing to do with Montezuma.
No, it's not some curse that Montezuma put on these people.
And it's actually not necessarily even. It's not necessarily even a bad thing for like the Mexican people.
The locals,
It's just that we
can't handle it.
There's something in the water. There's like often like little parasites and other stuff that we're not accustomed to, and so
shit yourself.
So a lot of people like have a really negative reaction.
Absolutely, shit themselves. Yeah, like you can't even order because people, so you don't drink the water, you only drink bottled water. But then people order like mojitos notorious with a lot of ice in the cocktails, and boop, you got backdoor Montezuma right there.
Yes.
Or people shower. Do you put
a bartender once told me that a cocktail is only as good as its worst ingredient, and ice counts.
And ice counts.
So if you have a wonderful cocktail and you have shit ice, it's gonna bring it down the whole caliber.
Or ice that makes you shit. I guess that's true. Just as bad.
Like I mean, I lived in Brazil, and there you can't drink the water. Not even the locals drink the water.
Oh, oh god.
You don't drink the tap water. They have another tap that every house has like a tap that is run through a purifier, or they have like essentially a large scale Brita. So you fill up like these big tanks, and then it filters all the water.
Yeah,
but you never drink the water straight from the sink.
So there's like the sink cooking water, and then there's the little like water fountain in Brazil.
And it's not that bad. I mean, you can just like you can cook with it. You can brush your teeth. You can do a bunch of things. You just can't you're not supposed to like drink large quantities of it.
Yeah, it's like how you could kind of just whoosh mouthwash in your mouth, but you're not supposed to just swallow it. But like a little bit still gets down your throat.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter. You can shower with it. It is clean water. It's just not good it's just better to drink filtered water.
Also, how is the ocean not just one big ocean? It's all connected by water. Is there any specific place where land actually chops it in half or cuts it up?
No.
Aren't it all connected?
It is all connected, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but like you could have like one ocean and then break it up into like how we do with like a continent and countries.
That's what we do.
Not really, because it's the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Like they have the word in there. It's not like they call each continent breaking up. Like there's continents and countries. It should be an ocean and then little countries of water.
That is when it's broken up to.
Not really.
You just don't know about it, but
No,
it obviously is.
well, first of all, as soon as you say
within the Atlantic Ocean, there are gulfs, there are streams,
I understand that.
there are, there are all these things.
So you clearly didn't hear my first thing. It's all one ocean already connected. You're right. You're right.
You've already established.
No, because you didn't understand. The Atlantic Ocean, you're right, is broken up into other stuff. I know that. And the Pacific Ocean is broken up into other stuff. Yeah, I know that. And the other ones, whatever. But the point is, it shouldn't even go that far to say the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean.
Why?
Because it should just be one ocean.
But you just described it. It's continents. It's like continents.
Right. But the ocean should just be one continent.
Why?
Of ocean, because it's all connected.
Their continents are connected, buddy.
We are not. Our side isn't connected to the other side.
North America,
yeah,
South America.
But there's other.
Connected.
But not every single country is connected. I'm a continent is connected. Australia's
not every single one, but that doesn't mean there are continents that are connected. Asia and
I know,
and Europe are connected.
I understand, but my point is the ocean is the only thing that is universally connected to itself everywhere.
But it's too big to not put into you have to split it.
Why?
Also, there are literal differences within the way within the water itself. Have you ever seen the place where the two oceans meet? It's literally a line.
I thought that was
the
fake.
Water is different.
Is that real? I thought that was fake. I thought that was bullshit.
These are all marine biologists who figure this out. Just because something is big, again, this just doesn't make any sense.
Why doesn't it make any sense? It definitely makes sense.
Think about Europe and Asia. Oh, it's connected, so let's just call it one continent. It doesn't make any sense. It's too big. You have to separate it.
Yeah. Okay. I think they f***ed up there. Maybe they could have broken up into countries. It could have been one continent. It's one.
It could not have been.
I mean, it definitely can be. It definitely can.
Okay,
be.
so can North America and South America.
I agree.
Connected.
I agree.
So now you've got rid of two. So now you want to do 5 continents.
I think there should be 5 continents and one ocean.
Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it would be the same thing. It would be the same.
It really
thing.
wouldn't because
you break it up into countries anyway.
No, because then you just break it up into things, and it's just not. It's not the same.
It won't be the same, but it'll do the same thing.
They have different climates. They have different storm systems.
That's true.
They're different entities. Why? Like, what's even the point of going? Oh, there's one ocean.
Actually,
like, what
Asia and Europe notoriously kind of have this similar weather thing because it's lateral, not.
Well, they have. It depends.
I mean, very similar. That's notoriously very similar.
I mean, yeah, but they're very different
parts.
Not,
but not the north and the south, obviously.
Yeah, Greece is in Europe, and Russia is in Asia. So those are two very different things.
That's true, and I need some meteorologist or cosmonaut, whatever, to tell me the difference. But I'm pretty sure average they kind of follow the same wind weather pattern or something like that. I remember reading that somewhere in my history books. Probably like 7th grade.
Same thing with like America. And you are right, but it's also America. It's not just Europe and Asia.
Yeah, well, that's my point. But they're connected.
Everything along the equator has a similar, relatively similar weather pattern.
Yeah, that's true.
But they have a similar climate, but they don't have a similar weather pattern because they have different oceans that are next to them.
It's the same ocean.
They have different oceans that are next to them, and so that creates different weather.
That's true.
That's why the Sahara Desert is not as they have the same relatively the same temperatures as along the equator and like the Amazon, but the ocean brings water and makes it rain a lot in the Amazon, not in Africa. This is weather. This is weather.
This is weather. This is weather class. The Sahara Desert's on a different continent.
If we really want to get into this,
let's go.
Africa is humongous.
Oh, it is. The maps have been deceiving us forever.
The maps are a lie.
The risk board is not that accurate to scale.
No, any map you've ever seen is a big farce. Africa is gigantic.
It's like extreme. It's at least double in length. It's very long. Like the maps don't show how long it is. You should look up the real map of Africa, or maybe I'll put it up.
No, there's a great website if you want to just like totally fuck with your perception of the world. What the fuck is it called? It's just called. Just type in like.
Type in what world map.
Type in like real country sizes, and basically you can pick from a map and then drag it over, and it will put to scale how big it actually is.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's mind blowing. Truly mind blowing.
Yeah.
You drag over Alaska, it's
Alaska
as big
is-
as the United fucking States.
Alaska
it's humongous.
Alaska's very large. I mean, like 89% of it is uninhabitable, but it is very big. It's still a country, still the perimeter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
got
there's a lot of places that are uninhabitable.
I got what you're saying.
Well, and yeah, they're just not habited.
No, I think it's like uninhabitable.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
there are very few places that humans can't live if they try.
If they have, like, the
reason is
proper tools.
No one wants to. I mean, people live in fucking Antarctica. There's nowhere in Alaska that is.
Do they live
rough.
there?
Yeah,
I don't think they live
for
there.
scientific
Yeah, but I'm
purposes.
saying like they already have the tools. That's like saying people live in space right now. I mean, yeah, they do. But-
Again, that's what I'm saying. It's just we're not there because it's not ideal, but we can live anywhere, basically.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we learned how to be able to live in space, technically we should be able to live anywhere on where our feet are, at least.
Yeah.
Except for under the
There's no
ocean.
predators in space so far.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, they can have the worst predators. Everything's in space. They're space snakes.
That's why. Yeah, that's why everything is harder. Because in space, you just have to. Really, the challenge is getting there,
right.
and then once you're there, you're just kind of.
Also, to be fair,
Alone.
that's the same. Oh, yeah, but that's the same as like getting to the bottom of the ocean. Like it's hard getting there.
No, we haven't got there.
And talk about Yeah, we don't want to. I don't want to even know what's down there.
Yeah, I don't know why Mr. Muskman is so obsessed with space. Like why doesn't he explore the ocean?
Because I think he thinks where the Earth is gonna like explode.
Well, that's
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be here
That's a good point.
when
but,
the due date comes.
But maybe we can. Maybe there's something we can do about that. Maybe we can make an underwater city, that helps.
And just put all the pollution on land instead of the oceans. We reverse it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work. I mean, and then when that inevitably gets filled,
Because I mean, who cares if the water levels rise? Because that's like I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure not a single thing we've said has been scientifically accurate.
I would argue.
I'm pretty sure that the worst thing that like the most impending thing that will happen with climate change is the fact that the water levels will rise and a lot of coastal cities, New York, Miami specifically, will be underwater. But that doesn't matter if we live underwater.
That's a good point. Like you're skipping. I feel like Elon Musk is trying to skip 2 steps. First step would have been like huge domes over these places that could sustain aquatic life, and then the next step, once that runs out, is intergalactic.
And I actually think that'd be kind of cool. Imagine if we, I mean, we'd have to see it coming and agree to it. But if you could transform Miami into a place that could withstand water throughout, what is the street level now, that'd be a very cool city. You go around in boats, but you can still enter, like almost like Venice.
Yeah, but
like
Venice is
like on a large scale city.
Yeah, but Venice is. Hot take, not that cool. Actually, the if Miami turned out to be Venice with the water and not being up and it flooding and like it going like it could be 3 feet above the street where you're walking, I think you need a dome or like a casing. You need like a little Venice case or Miami case.
Well, I don't think that would help.
A dome?
What?
Yeah,
it's coming from the bottom.
Yeah, but I mean, it
Domes
doesn't come
protect you
through. It doesn't come through the land.
Well, yeah, it would.
No, what? No, it doesn't come through the land. The water comes from like outside the land, and it raises the land. The water comes up. It doesn't come through the land.
I mean, yes and no.
Explain. Explain what you're talking about.
The water. I mean, yeah. I mean, you are right, but a dome wouldn't specifically do anything. How do you get in and out of it? I mean, there's just so many answers.
You can't.
So many questions, not no answers, really. This doesn't make any sense. The dome is not.
Sandy Cheeks lives underwater in a dome.
A dome doesn't.
And then you have suits.
A dome isn't the way to go. You want to do you just want to make it so like Venice, but cooler.
You just want to live as water people. You want to have floating houses.
There are no sidewalks.
Yeah, that's you want to just be water people.
No. When you're in buildings, those are fine. They're on land, and you have you have walkable tunnels, but those are under the water.
But then how are the buildings on land?
Because they're still in the bedrock.
That's what I'm saying. The water doesn't come through the bedrock,
Yeah,
so all you got to do is
course
stop
not.
the water from coming in.
And
With huge walls, if anything.
and it doesn't come through. But I mean, this is again a problem for someone smarter than us, but it certainly weakens the foundation of the bedrock.
I don't think so. I think the bedrock you're talking about is like the earth.
Well,
I don't think it weakens that.
I also think specifically, if I remember correctly from my year in architecture school, Miami doesn't have as like much of a bedrock.
Okay. Well, that's the problem.
New York City is a hub of skyscrapers and really tall buildings because Manhattan is like literally like an island of granite.
Yeah.
The
Stone?
rock beneath us is hard as fuck. It's
Yeah.
really, really hard, and
Yeah.
and so it can withstand things like that.
Okay, so it's kind of like how so
When you're
certain places are screwed.
when you're building these places, it's there's much more to think about than just like, oh, they did it here, so we can do it there. Buildings in fucking San Francisco, all of them, they're these fucking 1,000-foot skyscrapers, and all of them are built to withstand a major earthquake.
Yeah.
It-
And
Ridiculous.
the ones in New York aren't withstand to hold an earthquake, but to withstand to hold like with major winds, right? Like they sway in the wind
yeah, well,
or something
most,
like
most, most
that,
of them
like
do.
that much, like that much.
Oh no,
like,
they sway a lot.
like you could like a noticeable difference.
Oh, if you're on the top of
It's almost like
Freedom Tower, you can
oh.
you can feel it.
Oh,
sway.
I don't like that. I mean, that's how they have to be built, or else they topple over. But still, ugh.
Like yeah, and a lot of them have holes in them too.
Very porous.
Yeah,
That's what.
like they have whole entire floors that are just a window,
Oh,
so wind can pass through them.
an open window.
It's just a floor. It's a floor of nothing.
Oh, there's
There's
nothing
nothing on it, and it's just open,
Oh,
so that
and that's in New York.
wind pass through. Yeah, you ever see that building?
Nope.
432 Park Avenue. It looks like built in Minecraft. It's really super thin, and it's just all squares, white building.
That's
Some of the every 20 floors. There's just window. It's just air.
yeah.
Just open air.
You might as well
area.
just throw the 13th floor with open air because you can't have 13th floor in a building anyway.
Yeah, I mean that building is notoriously like people are skeeved out by it. It's way too thin.
Because it's like, how is it standing kind of thin?
Well, yeah, it's just it's in terms of its length to height ratio, it is off. It's like 1 to 14th scale of like how do I explain that? Do you know what I'm saying? Kind of
1 to 14th
Like-
scale to what?
like it's that's how thin it is.
Right.
So how wide it is one of
How 14th long?
14th long it is.
Right. Yeah,
Compared to the Empire State Building, which is 1 to 4.
right. So every one.
This is
Every one.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The point is, it's incredibly thin. It's
Right.
really, really thin, and it's not
We deal with
visually
that.
appealing.
Deal with that all the time. Nothing too thin is visually appealing.
Either way. Let's talk about something else. What is happening?
What do you mean? Oh, that.
Yeah. It's a very loud car.
Are you? Do you think that the people with like the really loud cars?
Are douchebags with small penises?
I mean,
Yes.
I feel like that's like the given, but like, you think there's a girl that like, or will be walking on the street, be like, oh man, I really want to see that that guy.
yeah, I mean,
I want to be in that car.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, man, I don't know about maybe other places. I don't know about here. I feel like New York, they like
No,
we don't
definitely here.
we don't like loud stuff. I think everything's already so loud.
I mean,
It's
I
like,
don't
would you
think
relax?
I don't think they actually care about the loud car, but they
That's what it
care.
is.
But they care about the type of person who usually drives a loud car.
Oh, you're saying they like that kind of person?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I mean, I'm pretty sure in the car world, like it's notorious that like
It's like Vin Diesel.
it's just they don't like the specifics of the car are just to impress other guys who know about cars. But the women are attracted to this because, again, there's a specific type of person who drives those kind of cars,
Yeah.
and that's what they're attracted to. They could give a shit about the car.
Is every drag race illegal, except for like
No, there are illegal ones.
there are illegal ones? I want to go to one. I want to see one.
You really don't. It's
No, there's not the girl with in the tight jean shorts with the flag, and
well, I'm sure. Yeah,
I want to see. I want to see like. So you know what? I don't want to go to a legal one. I want to go to an illegal one. I feel like that'd be cooler.
but
There's a
again,
slight sense of
that's
danger.
That's just like such a like a weird tiny part of it. That's like, oh yeah, I'm going to the boxing show for the ring girls.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm just talking about that. Like that's the like that specific kind.
No,
of...
yeah, and if you're gonna go to a drag show, I mean, a drag race, go to
we could go to that too.
Go to a illegal one.
Illegal.
That's gonna be the cooler one. Yeah.
The illegal one. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Just about legal.
Yeah, I feel like the legal one. There is no like girl with the jean shorts. It's like just a 3, 2, 1.
No, there definitely is, but also like you go to an illegal one too because
they could
crash. It's not the act. I mean, the act of the drag race is illegal, but it's not. That's not the only part that's illegal. The cars themselves are not legal to be on the street.
Because they're
like super. They have like all these shits
like nitrous.
Yeah, they have all this stuff. You know, all these accoutrements,
carburetor
attached to them. Yeah. And especially you go to some of them and they're not even there to race. They're just there because their car bounces like 10 feet in the air and the tints and their speakers are like industrial size.
Yeah, the speakers could shatter the windows.
And it is a pretty cool like weird community of people.
What that must be an expensive community.
Oh yeah.
Unless they're like one of those guys that's like always grease on their face. I could go to like a scrap yard and be like, oh, this would be good on my car. I could fix it, no problem. Watch this. My car's gonna be better than all theirs with no cost.
Yeah, the Taco Bell I used to go to in St. Louis, right across the street in the gas station parking lot. They always used to have like these kind of like shows for illegal cars, they just kind of, it wasn't a race. They would race at some points down the strip, but I couldn't see that. But in the parking lot, they just kind of like drive their cars in a circle and just kind of show them off.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at mine.
And exactly.
How many cars are there? Was there a lot?
Oh, like 50.
Oh! It was like a thing, not like because you said when you say
totally legal, but
yeah. But when you say gas station, I picture like some like pencil mustache, like 4 or 5 people blowing each other over their cars, not like a whole ass thing.
Again, I mean, this is like a gas station in St. Louis, so the parking lot's like fucking 10 acres.
That's true. I was
doesn't make any sense. And then every once in a while, the cops will come through and they all dash off.
Drive, scatter.
That's literally that's what happens.
Yeah, I feel like it's and also like just like that, like the cars are very loud. I feel like it's not a hard thing to get a call on from like a weird neighbor that's like they're doing all this in the
and I mean they know it happens at the same place all the time, so they know it's happening. They just like there's not much they can do, and they really the cops really don't care.
Yeah, you know how I guess overseas because we've experienced it. They say a lot like we are lucky or it's weird that we have the fact that we can alter menu items at a restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Is that a big in St. Louis? Was that a big thing? Is that a big thing only in the U.S. or is that like just New York?
Oh no, you can do that.
So like, I see that specifically how people will die on that hill actually kind of frustrates me a lot. Like there was like we were at this restaurant in Spain. Where were we? In Spain, and this again could just be me sounding like a big douchebag. But the point is, they had this calamari sandwich, and usually here you have calamari with marinara sauce, right? So I thought they had this like nice calamari sandwich, and I said, "Oh, can I have it?" And then they came, and it was just dry, like just the fried calamari on 2 pieces of bread, dry as shit. It was their special. It was like 19 euros or some shit, and I was like, "Oh, can I just have some marinara sauce, like just on the side?" And the guy went, "No, impossible." I said, well, like it was in no, I think it was in Italy. It was an Italian restaurant. I said, you guys serve pasta? And they said, yeah. I was like, is there marinara pasta? He said, yeah. I was like, so can you just, I thought he wasn't understanding me. I was like, can you just take a little bit of that marinara sauce from the pasta and just bring it to me on the side? And he went, impossible. I went, you know what? I'm not eating this fucking sandwich now. Now I am going to be annoying. And I just I don't get it. I just wanted some marinara on my goddamn calamari. Yeah. Maybe I'm an ass or maybe he's an idiot. I don't know.
I don't get it either. Although there are, even in New York, there are places where they'll get upset about substitutions, and I get it to a certain degree because there are a lot of meals that, especially like at a nicer restaurant, that there's a chef who puts these like flavor combinations. He's supposed to be the one who's really good at making things taste good, and so he puts together this meal, and then somebody says, "Oh, I can I have this without like an ingredient, without the sauce, let's say." And then they bring the meals to them, and then the person says, "Oh, this wasn't good," and it's like, yeah, because you got rid of a integral part of the meal. And so that's why a lot of them will be like, no, like we prefer no substitutions unless it's an allergy thing.
Yeah.
And that makes sense to me.
That makes sense too. And also, there's some things like in a restaurant where, like, if it's a pasta or something, sometimes they add it in batches. And if they don't have a specific pasta or sauce of that pasta, they would have to throw on a whole new pot and boil a whole new batch of
Oh
pasta.
yeah, that's not happening.
Just to, I mean, some places do it.
Some places
do.
will,
Some
but
places are nice
most
places.
places will not.
I mean, I would, like, I'm saying in that example, okay, I understand them going, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. You know?
Because then then they say, oh, it wasn't that good. It's like, but it was your fault.
And it's also not even on the menu what you ordered. So get out of here.
So yeah, so
1 star on Yelp.
I would get it. Like I'd be like, if I was a chef, I'd be upset if people kept asking for the things like, oh, but this, but not this, because in a way they're just saying
my menu's not good enough.
They're just saying that what you wanted is shit, and not what I want.
I'm the
and
chef
I'm
now.
better.
I'm the chef now. Sit down, little chef boy.
So that's why, unless there's like an allergy thing, I try always to keep whatever the chef intended.
Keep the integrity of the dish.
Because I want to see what I want the chef is trying to explain a story to you,
and you have to read it with your tongue.
And you have to read it with your tongue.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that. Point is, I just wanted some marinara on my fucking.
Also, I think I'm allergic to tuna.
That's new.
Yeah,
I feel like you've eaten tuna before.
No,
like sushi.
Well,
you're a sushi guy.
No, I'm a big sushi guy, but for a long time, I've always not liked tuna.
Oh.
And then recently I've been ordering more and more sushi, and so I decided to have I've been getting like this spicy tuna roll, which I really like.
So good.
It's very good, but after each thing, it's the first. It's the only whenever you get an allergic reaction, you kind of like deduce what have I not had before, and after each thing, I get itchy.
Okay.
So I think I'm allergic to tuna.
Well, the only way to really figure it out is to have spicy tuna for 3 days in a row, and then just not and see what happens.
That's exactly what I did.
Oh, you had spicy tuna for that many? You had a lot of spicy tuna.
I had a lot of spicy tuna.
Danny had the whole place of spicy tuna.
I had hundreds of rolls.
Thanks for the invite, man. I would have had some. I would have shared in the allergy with you.
So I
never
guess,
invite me to sushi.
So it is what it is. No, I mean I Uber Eats it.
Oh, Uber Eats sushi. Oh boy,
dude, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who cares?
I guess so. I guess sushi's not. It's not like you need sushi hot off the plate. Sushi's usually
it's cold.
Yeah.
So it's like you just. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't order it for somewhere that's like 40 minutes away,
right?
Because maybe you don't want you shouldn't order food. You shouldn't order any food really from any place that's that far away.
If the delivery says 60 minutes, you're throwing your money away.
Especially if you get like French fries or something.
Oh, they're gone.
But yeah, I mean, we a lot of people have this perception of like, oh, fish. You got to be very careful with it. You can't let it travel too much. And I think it's a little bit unfounded. I don't know.
I mean, you probably shouldn't. Well, I mean, anything, even chicken, if you just let it sit out for, I mean, you're really not supposed to let chicken sit out for that long, even cooked. So, like, if it takes an hour to get there, who knows how long it was sitting there already, and then an hour, like, it might affect you a little bit.
Yeah, I guess so.
A little bit.
I think people just get skeeved out because it's raw.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was about to say, on top of that, a lot of sushi, I don't think, a lot of sushi's sometimes out already, and they just go, oh, these are the rolls we use, take them, throw them. You think the sushi's made fresh every time? Like, I think a California roll is probably just like, I mean, that's just crab, right? But I think California roll is probably like, they just make a bunch and like, all right, send it.
No.
No?
No, it doesn't work like that.
I mean, I've never worked in a sushi place. I guess you have.
It will unroll. You can't just like make 100 of them and then send them out.
It starts like yawning.
Yeah, exactly. It's rolled up. It's built off of the pressure,
Right, but I mean, you could just store it in a little.
No, that's absolutely not. Even like all you can eat sushi buffets, you order
They're
and then
pumping them out,
and then the guy makes them.
Oh yeah, but that's different. Like oh, you can eat sushi buffets. Because I know there's some parts of a buffet where you need to like actually still order something. Maybe I guess that's.
I mean, I've never been to a sushi buffet where they're just out. See, that would skeeve me out.
Right?
Because then it's like how long. It's all about the fresh roll.
It's all about the fresh roll. I don't disagree with your fresh roll take.
I love sushi.
Same.
Don't like wasabi though.
Really?
It's mustard.
Yeah, I hate mustard, but I feel like you like anything spicy, no matter what.
No, I mean I would love more spicy stuff. I want to put the wasabi on, but it's way too powerful of a flavor, and also we've never even eaten real wasabi. Do you know that?
I don't know what that means.
wasabi is from a plant, and it's very, very expensive traditionally. So we essentially have like a wasabi paste.
You're saying like Japan
that's
keeps it for
mixed
itself,
in.
for themselves?
No, it's not just Japan. I mean, nice restaurants have it, but it's just really expensive. So if you're gonna give it away for free, you're not gonna use the real thing. We use something that's very similar, but isn't real.
And way mustardy.
Well,
My eye.
yeah.
All right, Danny, I think we're good. I think we're good, buddy.
You can find me at Danny is watching on Instagram and in the underground sea cities of Miami.
You can find me at Aunt Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
Picky Boys Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, and share with your aunts, uncles, friends, family, enemies.
Enemies, yeah.
And have a great day.
Peace, guys.